All right, folks, welcome out to Rocket Field on this Monday afternoon here at the ballpark. We got the visiting Northeast Lauderdale Trojans and your Neshoba Central Rockets. We're going to have the meeting at the plate between the coaches. We'll get the lineups to you pretty quickly. We're going to have the national anthem. We'll have first pitch here within a few.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rocket Field on the campus of Neshoba Central. Tonight's matchup is between the Northeast Lauderdale Trojans and your Neshoba Central Rockets. At this time, we would like to introduce the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Trojans. Leading off and DHing number 9, Hayden Purcell. Batting second, playing catcher, number 7, Nick McCoy.
10 out of rag today. Last ride for my chocolate baby dairy.
Batting third, playing left field, number 15, Chance Goolsgold. Batting fourth, playing shortstop, number 11, Shane Schaefer. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 5, Mitchell Butler. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 14, Will Garrett. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 23, Jimmy Smith. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 16, Maddox Smith. Batting ninth, playing center field, number 6, Emmanuel Anderson. And pitching is number 21, Andrew McCary. The head coach of the Trojans is Brock McKnight.
You know the battle we go through life. We ask for a chance to fail. A chance to give our strike. A chance to do it there. We should win. But we got a code. Faith and out hell high. We should lose. Stand by the road. Chip and let's go back.
your 2023 Neshoba Central Rockets. Leading off, playing center field, number 22, Jordan Davis. Batting second, playing right field, number 9, Julius Winter. Batting third and catching, number 16, R.B. Martin. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 13, Will Williams. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 11, J.P. Hancock. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 8, senior Creed Fulton. Batting seventh, playing first base, number 7, Ryder White. Batting eighth and DHing, number 26, Big DeMarcus West. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 4, Luke Wilburn. And pitching, number 1, Will Garner. The head coach of the Rockets is Jonathan Jones. He is assisted by Kip Fulton and Joel Cosgrove. Now, if you would please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Left fielder Creed Fulton. Third baseman Will
All right,
Williams.
folks, we're back.
Luke Wilburn. Center fielder Jordan Davis. Second baseman
On the
J.P.
mound for the
Hancock.
Rockets tonight, we
First
got
baseman
Will
Ryder White.
Gardner.
Right fielder Julius Winters. Behind the plate R.B. Harden. And on the bump, Will Garner.
We're going to let him get his warm-up pitches in, and we'll be back for the top of the first. 1, 2, and 3 up for the Trojans here in the top of the first. Purcell, McCoy, and Chance Geyserland. Leading off the top of the first for the Trojans is the designated hitter, Caden Purcell. First pitch is underway. Fastball fouled back.
That ball sponsored by Taylor Machine Works.
Counts down, no balls, one strike. Delivers 0-1. Fastball up and in. Count now evened up, 1 ball, 1 strike. When 1 delivers, fastball foul back behind the press box. Count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Baseball fans, return that foul ball for a free blow pop in the concession stand.
1-2 delivery. Curveball fouled on the first base line. Count now still 1 ball, 2 strikes to Purcell. Fastball inside. Count now evened up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garner delivers, fastball up, swung on and missed for the first out of the inning. Next up for the Trojans is the catcher, number 7, Nick McCoy.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 7, Nick McCoy. Let's go, Nick.
Gardner fires. Fastball foul back behind the press box. Count now, no balls, 1 strike.
PNG Equipment.
Fastball hit down first base line. It's going to get fouled. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes. Gardner rocks and fires. Curveball up and away. Count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Low ride.
One-two pitches delivered. Fastball up, foul down third base line. It's going to get foul. Count still remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That ball is sponsored by Surf Pro of Kosciuszko.
Go ahead, get some.
1-2. Hitting the 6th hole, Luke Wilburn gets under his glove in for a base hit for the Trojans. 1 on with 1 out here in the top of the first for the Trojans.
Number 15. Chance Goolsgold.
Next up, the Trojans is left fielder number 15, Chance Goolsgold.
Sure you got that right.
Garner checks his runner, delivers. Curveball flipped in there for strike 1. Still 1 out here in the top of the first.
Wherever you get right, his grandma will be coming.
Garner throws back over to first. Runner back in safely. Garner throws back over again. Runner back in safely. Keeping a close eye on the runner at first. Garner delivers. Fastball foul tip. Swung on and missed. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes. Throws back over again. Runner back in safely. Ball outside. RB Harden throws it down to second. Runner in safely. Runner at second for the Trojans here in the top of the first. 1 out. One ball, 2 strikes. Garner delivers. Curveball low and outside. RB Harden blocks it up, keeps it in front of him. Count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garner's checking his runner at second. Rocks and fires. Fastball hit into right field. Josh Winters down first base line. Just gets fouled. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball sponsored by Central Mississippi Land and Timber and McKee Construction.
Garner delivers. Fastball. Swung on and missed for the second out of the inning. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Runner at second for the Trojans. Next up for the Trojans is a shortstop, number 11, Shane Schafter. Curveball up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, 1. Count swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Garner delivers, flips a curveball in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the cleanup hitter for the Trojans. Garner delivers is 1-2. Fastball fouled down the first base line. Count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 delivered, swung on and missed for the third out of the inning after a half inning of play. Trojans no runs on 1 hit, no errors. We got the bottom of the first coming up here shortly. We'll be back shortly.
off for your Rockets, number 22, Jordan Davis.
Leading off for the Rockets, center fielder number 22, Jordan Davis.
Is that mic on like all the time? Oh, you got it in here.
Just put everybody in the mood for some Mexican food. Everybody's craving tacos now.
First pitch to Davis is delivered.
Good God almighty. Just a
One
little
ball,
high.
no strikes.
You gotta hit the old major league on that one. Just a tad high.
On the mound for the Trojans, number 21, Andrew McCary. He's a Louisiana Monroe commit.
Louisiana Lafayette. John Davis, he's pretty good.
Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Every time around this place, you either hit him or walk him. He's playing around these guys.
Delivers. Curveball, just a little bit outside and high. Count now 2 balls, 1 strike. McCary delivers. Fastball low. Count now 3 balls, 1 strike.
He slimmed up a lot. He used to be real fluffy.
You get a little math on it.
Fastball caught the outside part of the plate. Count now 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Another batter's box.
You should have loved that one three.
Carey delivers. Curveball hicking to the left center gap. Jordan Davis makes a wide turn. He's going to try for 2. And he is in with a slide in double.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 9, Julius Winters.
Next up for the Rockets is the left fielder. The right fielder, number 9, Julius Winters. Runner in scoring position for the Rockets early in the bottom of the first. Bunt foul back behind the press box. Count now no balls, 1 strike.
Sponsored by David and Brenda Vowell.
Gotta get around early on that.
You chew them off the palm or you suck on them?
I chew him up and let him rest.
0-1's delivered. Fastball up. Count now even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
We got a house full of it. But they got a different.
Now, so you got some that's got like tropical fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Them,
There's 3 bags in my house right
I
now.
like the mango in that tropical mix.
Carey's checking his runner. He delivers. Winner shows the bunt. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside move looks Davis back to second. Carey delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. One out here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 16, R.B. Harden.
Next up for the Rockets is catcher number 16, R.B. Harden. McCary got up to 86 on that last pitch.
Who was it?
They look kind of like the same size.
Carey steps off, looks the runner back at second.
Oh, what was the second baseman playing?
Carey delivers. Fastball just a little bit low. Count 1 ball, no strikes.
If I got him put up early, I plan on pitching him outside.
Let's go RB.
Carey delivers. Curveball a little bit low. Count now 2 balls, no strikes.
What an institute the pitch clock.
Carey's checking his runner. Looks at him again. Delivers. Fastball low and away. Count now 3 balls, no strikes.
Everybody's uniform, which I like it because of the size. You know, if it was just all tacky, all different stuff, that's different. But like if it's gonna have all the same size and have all those short pants.
Carey delivers. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Count now 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count.
Take or not. Sorry, I missed.
He did add that butter dog one time. It didn't come out good either.
McCary steps off, looks Davis back at second. Runner at second, 1 out here in the top,
You always hit
in the bottom of the first for the Rockets.
I popped it straight up to third baseman. Coach Johnson. What the hell is it? I'm trying to win the game.
McCary spin moves, throws it back to second. Davis back in safely.
You didn't give me a take sign. I looked at it. You just looked the other way. I said, I figured you want me to hit a home run.
I can't drop bombs, coach.
Carey delivers. Fastball up. That's ball 4. Runner at first and second. 1 out here in the bottom of the first for the Rockets. Next up for the Rockets is third baseman number 13, Will Williams. Courtesy running for the Rockets is number 6, Sanders Griffiths.
Number 6, Sanders Griffiths. Now batting for the Rockets, number 13, Will Williams.
Fireworks going off over at the softball complex.
Gary's checking his runners. He delivers. Fastball up and away, gets away from the catcher. Runners advance 90 feet. Runners at second and third here in the bottom of the first. Carey delivers. Curveball just a little bit low. Count now. 2 balls, no strikes to the cleanup hitter.
Look, you announced for us. It's way low.
We got visitors up here trying to tell the play-by-play analyst what they're doing wrong. His name is Justin Webb.
The legend.
Carey delivers. Curveball flipped in there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strikes to Williams.
Be on time.
Carey delivers. Curveball looks like a little bit up. Umpire disagrees. Strike 2. Count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Myself, I thought the ball was a little bit up.
I concur.
Curveball ground on third base line. Foul.
Wow.
Football sponsored by Lee Johnson Eye Center.
Would he have his foot outside the
Oh,
he have his foot outside the
It don't matter where his foot is. It's where he touches the ball.
Yeah, I like here, like the line is right here on this. You can use way over here.
Let me tell you what happened. Did I tell y'all what happened at Southeast?
No, you didn't.
We had a play back like that. It hit and fouled, like a foot or two and fouled. And umpire, it was foul ball. It comes back fair before the man touches it. He
Batter
touches it,
calls
he called it in
time.
fair territory.
Count still even. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yes. Well then, they threw us out at first, and we're like, everybody's like, no, you called it foul. You killed the play. Atta boy.
Fastball hit into right field. Right fielder's under it for out number 2. Jordan Davis tags from third. He's going to be in safely. Sanders Riffers tags from second to third. Rockets get a 1-0 early lead here in the bottom of the first. Next up for the Rockets is the second baseman, number 11, J.P. Hancock.
It had spin on it, come back fair to third baseman charge and field it fair territory, threw us out at first.
It's technically not, but what did they do? What was the final?
So he said fair, but then they get together. The whistle like, hold up. Get down, Bob.
Fastball hit into right field. Right fielder's charge, and it's going to fall. Griffiths will score, and J.P. Hancock will be at first with a base hit. Rockets in their lead, 2-0 here in the bottom of the first.
The kind of feel said, if you call it foul, he said,
now batting for the Rockets, number 8, senior, Creed Fulton.
Next up for the Rockets is the left fielder, number 8, Creed Fulton. Delivers, runners gone. Fastball a little bit up and away. Count now, 1 ball, no strikes. Finally got our scoreboard working tonight, folks. Looks like the wires ain't cut no more. Fastball up, 2 balls, no strikes.
No, it was actually, there's a breaker where the old scoreboard used to be. That was out. Because it's connected from there to there.
So it wasn't these lines?
No, it wasn't a cut line.
Curveball floated in there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carry delivers. Curveball hit into the third base dugout, scattering them like flies. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Call sponsored by Mars.
So you just live on Facebook? YouTube.
You'll get a notification when we go live if you're like
Fulton calls
I
time.
must not be a follower because I don't ever get a notification.
5 people are watching me.
You got a big audience.
See, look.
Curveball a little bit in. Count now full with 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Be cool if you said who it was so you could talk trash to you.
Fastball swung on and missed at the end of the first inning. After 1 inning of play, Rockets 2, Trojans 0. We'll be back here for the top of the second here shortly.
on 2 hits.
Leading off, the top of the second for the Trojans is the first baseman, number 5, Mitchell Butler. Garner fires, curveball. A little bit low, check swing did not go. Count now, 1 ball, no strikes.
I don't even have the YouTube.
Paper towels down there?
Here, I got extra sock.
You come got them the other day.
Fastball hit on the line. The shortstop, Wilburn Fields, throws it across for out number 1.
We got 3 innings.
1 out here in the top of the second.
Now batting for Trojans, number 14, Will Garrett.
Special thanks to all the folks watching. It's a real pleasure to have y'all listening in to the live feed. You know, we got some folks up here correcting my thing, but, you know, they can't do no better, so.
I don't like to hear myself talk. I love Jacob.
Curveball up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, I was looking at the stats. I noticed Sam Killer had a home run. It ain't no way Sam Killer hit a home run.
Home run. Fastball up. Count now 2 balls, 1 strike.
Jacob.
That's really
You told me they just poured it. Is that the one?
no. That's one Ryan got in the park home run here.
The right footer poured it to center field. So you go get it.
Garner fires. Fastball up and in. 3 balls, 1 strike. The Trojans are at 6, 7, and 8 in their order. Garner fires. Fast ball fouled into short right field. John Parker Hancock under it for the first out here in the top of the second. I'm sorry, second out. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Curveball hit into short left field. Creed Fulton dives, misses it. Luke Wilburn gets the ball, throws it back in, keeps the runner at first. Airmails John Parker Hancock, but Ryder White's there to block it up. That was a very wild play. Runner stays at first. Due up for the Trojans, the second baseman, number 16, Maddox Smith. Fastball hitting to short left field. Creed Fulton done it for the third out of the inning after 2.5 innings of play. I'm sorry, inning and a half of play. Rockets 2, Trojans 0. Got the bottom of the second coming up here shortly. Due up for the Rockets here in the bottom of the second. It's the first baseman, number 7, Ryder White. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Fastball hit into deep right center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Center fielder and right fielder trip up. Ryder White will have a stand-up double.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 26, Big Marquez West.
Leadoff double for the Rockets. Next up for the Rockets, designated hitter number 26, DeMarquez West. Carry delivers. Curveball a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes.
I don't believe our first baseman last year would have hit that double. Old Stovall boy.
Rhett Stovall.
I don't believe he could hit it like that.
Carry delivers. Curveball up and in. Count now 2 balls, no strikes.
He's hit, he's played good, feeling wise.
McCary delivers. Fastball inside part of the plate. Strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Marquez West. Mutton Harden could go into a diabetic coma at any moment. It's much candies he's been eating up here tonight, folks. Fastball up and away. Count now 3 balls, 1 strike.
You'll get fired. You'll get fired.
It's not gonna give you pay.
Fastball away. DeMarquez West draws a walk. Next up for the Rockets is the shortstop, Luke Wilburn. Gonna have a mound meeting. We'll be back just in a second. I have a special request, special shout out to Rhett Stovall, requested from Mutt Harden and Justin Webb. If you're listening, please.
All in on the ceasefire.
Get the ball down, my God.
The ball sponsored by Torch Chevrolet.
Hotline.
McCary delivers. Fastball up. Runners at first and second for the Rockets with no outs here in the bottom of the second. McCary's checking his runner at second. Rocks and fires. Bunted back to the pitcher. McCary fields. Takes it easy out at first base. 1 out here in the bottom of the second for the Rockets. Runners at second and third with the leadoff batter Jordan Davis up.
Now back for the Rockets, number 22, Jordan Davis.
Jones going to have a talk with Jordan Davis. Maybe we can have a Swayze shower here in a minute. A lot of folks in left field tonight.
A lot of losing going on in Swayze.
No.
Change up low. 1 ball, no strikes.
I like that TikTok real man that you.
Them were the best beer commercials too, you know it?
Fastball low and away. Count now 2 balls, no strikes to Davis. Base hit could score 2 for the Rockets.
All your Bud Light distributors do it, so that stuff stacking up in the store. Ain't nobody buying it.
I always liked Bud Light.
That's what I've been drinking. I don't know.
Sneak out.
Curveball off the outside part of the plate. Count now 2 balls, 1 strike. McCary delivers. Curveball inside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Davis. McCary's flipping that curveball in there to keep these rocket hitters off balance. Curveball swung on and missed. Big second out for the Trojans.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 9, Julius Winters.
Next up for the Rockets, the left fielder, Julius Winters. McCary goes right in with the fastball, foul back.
Foul ball sponsored by Hunter Holly Construction.
McCary delivers. Fastball low, gets a little bit past the catcher, but not enough to Ryder to advance. Runners hold at second and third, cannot even up. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second for the Rockets.
John David was showing me down there.
Curveball, check swung.
He can't see it out there.
Check it at second base. Umpire says he can't tell.
That's exactly what he said.
Can't count now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Curveball flipped in there again, swung on and missed. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. McCary's really lying on that curveball to keep these rocket hitters off balance. Two pitches delivered. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 3. McCary escapes trouble here in the bottom of the second.
Move to top of the 3rd inning. Your score here remains Rockets 2, Trojans 0.
After 2 innings of play, Rockets 2, Trojans 0. Top of the 3rd coming up here shortly. Leading off the top of the 3rd for the Trojans. Number 6, Emmanuel Anderson. Trojans are at 9-1-2 in their order. Gardner fires. Change up, I'm assuming, swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. Gardner fires. Fastball away. Count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball low and away. Count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gardner's 2-2's delivered. Hit into short left field. Creed Fulton's running in. It's going to fall for a base hit. Leadoff single in the top of the third for the Trojans. 1 on, no outs. Next up for the Trojans is leadoff hitter, the designated hitter, number 9, Caden Purcell.
Trojans, number 9, Caden Purcell.
That ball was just hitting no man's land. Trojans hit a couple balls in no man's land tonight. Gardner checks his runner, fires. Fastball low. Reinhardt throws it back down to first. Runner back in safely.
Ball or strike, Luke?
Shows bunt again. Bunt it down first base line. It's going to get foul.
Foul balls, sponsored by David Byers Properties.
Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gardner checks his runner, throws back over to first. Runner back in safely. Be nice if the Rockets get a 6-4-3 double play. Well, Justin Webb tries to take out the glass right in front of the window. Fastball caught the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball looked a 1.5 outside.
It did look, it was. I'll be your color man.
But we'll take it. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That mosquito on the outside of the glass, not the inside. I would have had to bust the glass too.
Throws back over to first, keeps the runner back in check. He's in safely. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter for the Trojans. Batter calls time. Gardner throws back over. Runner back in safely. Keeping a close eye on the runner at first. Delivers. Curveball fouled off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. The runner was in motion. He'll have to go back to first. Gardner delivers. Fastball hit to Luke Wilburn. He fields. Gets out at second base. Not going to have enough to get him out at first. I called a 6-4-3 double play, but instead we'll take the 6-4. Out number 1 here in the top of the third. Runner at first. 1 out here in the top of the third for the Trojans. Next up for the Trojans is the catcher, number 7, Nick McCoy. Garner checks and delivers. Curveball flipped in there for strike one. Get me over curveball. Garner throws back over to first. Runner back in safely. The Rockets have thrown over a lot to first base tonight. Must think the Trojans have a good bit of speed. Batter calls time. Fastball hit down the left field line. Just going to get foul, but going to roll to the wall. That's a long foul ball. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes.
Malibu, tag number NEC 3324. Would you please move your vehicle? White Chevy Malibu, you got somebody blocked in.
Correct announcement would be if you drive a white Malibu and you block somebody in, go move your vehicle. I don't know if I know the tag. But when you block them in, you know you block them in.
Garner fires, runners in motion, fastball outside. RB Harden throws it down to second. Runner is out. 2 outs here in the top of the third for the Rockets.
Take it right.
Nice throw by RB Harden. No balls, 2 strikes to McCoy. Garner fires. Curveball hit on second base. JP Hancock Fields throws it across for out number 3. After 2.5 innings of play. Rockets 2, Trojans 0. Got the bottom of the third coming up here shortly. Leading off the bottom of the third for the Rockets, number 16, RB Harden.
Whatever, it was crazy.
Curveball hitting the 6-hole to left field for a base hit for RB Harden. Makes a wide turn. Leadoff single for the Rockets here in the bottom of the third. Courtesy runner for the Rockets, number 6, Sanders Griffiths. Next up for the Rockets, number 13, Will Williams. Gonna have a mail meeting, folks. We'll be back in a second. Got the pitching change for the Trojans. Stepping into the box for the Rockets, third baseman number 13, Will Williams.
For the Rockets, number 13, Will Williams.
Now pitching for the Trojans, number 20, Peters. Don't have a first name, folks. One on, no outs here in the bottom of the third for the Rockets. Pitch is delivered, fastball up and away, catcher throws down to first, runner back in safely. One ball, no strikes.
Just hit the ball. Let's run. Let's score.
Fastball button down the first base line. Pitcher fields, applies the tag for out number one. One out here in the bottom of the third for the Rockets. Runner on second.
John Parker Hancock.
Next up for the Rockets, second baseman number 11, John Parker Hancock. Curveball flipped up the middle for a base hit. Runner stays at third. Runners at the corners, one out here in the bottom of the third for the Rockets. Next up for the Rockets is left fielder number 8, Creed Fulton.
Batting for the Rockets, number 8, senior Creed Fulton.
Creed Fulton shows bunt. Runner throws down to second. J.P. Hancock takes second easily. Runner at second and third, one out for the Rockets.
Strike.
Base hit can score 2 for the Rockets. Curveball flipped in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Creed Fulton. Curveball fouled off into the pond down first base line. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes.
Hit the pole. 3-4 ball.
Oh, I thought it went out.
It did. Hit that pole.
Hit the pole.
Come back.
Curveball swung on and missed, and Creed Fulton slings the bat. But it's as good as an out. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third for the Rockets.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 7, Ryder White.
Next up, the Rockets. First baseman, number 7, Ryder White.
Come on, Rod. Let's go.
Come on, Ryder, get another rubber.
2 out here.
Curveball swung on and missed. No balls, 1 strike.
Flipping it up there, boy.
Fastball called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, man. Come on.
Curveball swung on and missed for strike 3. Trojans escape the Rockets' threat after 3 innings of play. Rockets 2, Trojans 0. Have the top of the fourth coming up here shortly. Next up for the Trojans is left fielder number 15, Chance Goosegold.
Slow down.
Fastball hit off the end of the bat at the first baseman. Ryder White fields, tags the bag for out number 1. 1 quick out here in the top of the fourth. Next up for the Trojans is shortstop number 11,
Now
Shane
batting
Schaefer.
for the Trojans, number 11, Shane Schaefer.
Curveball flipped in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Fastball inside, fouled off his foot. No balls, 2 strikes.
The ball is sponsored by Doc's Toyota.
Garner fires. Curveball a little bit outside. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball low and away. Count now even up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Curveball hit straight up. Luke Wilburn's under it for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth for the Trojans. Next up for the Trojans, number 5, Mitchell Butler. Curveball swing on a miss, taking a big hack.
Big old youngins. Hey, he runs in it, so he can hit.
Curveball low. Count now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball low and away. Count now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fastball low and away. That's a walk for the Trojans. Next up for the Trojans, the third baseman, number 14, Will Garrett.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 14, Will Garrett. Yep.
Fastball in there, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike.
That's like we should have walked. What's his last game last year against South Tilden?
Out in the truck.
At 1 o'clock.
Fastball down the right field line, just gonna get foul. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes.
That ball sponsored by Steve's on the Square.
We may have still been playing.
It's like Reed Hall told Sanders after the game. That next time he got up, he should have hit him in the neck. Reed told Sanders after he took his solo home run and early on in the game. He said he should have put one in his neck.
Runners off and running. Curveball swung on and missed for the 3rd out of the innings. After 3.5 innings of play. Rockets 2, Trojans 0. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th here shortly. Leading off the bottom of the 4th with the Rockets, the big designated hitter, number 26, DeMarquez West. Change up low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Curveball swung on and missed. Count now even. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, be cool, be cool. Wait a minute.
Curveball low and away, 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball hit straight up to right field. Right fielder is under it for out number 1. Next up for the Rockets, number 4, Luke Wilburn.
Picked up a couple more viewers. You got 9 now.
Curveball flipped in there for strike 1. Change a little bit outside. Fastball called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball low and away. Count now even up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Curveball caught the outside part of the plate for a strikeout looking. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th for the Rockets. Next up for the Rockets is the leadoff hitter, number 22, Jordan Davis. Ground ball hit in the 4-hole. Second baseman Fields throws it across for the 3rd out of the inning. After 4 innings of play, Rockets 2, Trojan 0. We'll be back for the top of the 5th here shortly. Leading off the top of the 5th for the Trojans, the right fielder, number 23, Jimmy Smith. Curveball flipping there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Fastball outside, looked a 1.5 feet outside. No balls, 2 strikes. Curveball low and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just a little outside. You gotta get that Bob Euchre ball.
Garner fires. Ball hit to J.P. Hancock. He fields, throws it across. Easy out, number 1. 4-3, put out. One out here for the Trojans here in the top of the 5th.
Umpires are graded now. They're strikes and calls.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 16, Maddox Smith.
K-zone or whatever it is. They grade every umpire after the game. That's why there's more runs than toward college baseball. They're not giving anything off the plate. If it ain't on the plate, they ain't hardly calling.
Next up for the Trojans, second base number 16, Maddox Smith.
Inside the batting.
Fastball right down the middle, strike 1.
You know, Holman, I don't know if he told Ryan or somebody told him, he said, you can't hit a pitch that far on the outside the plate, you can't play true baseball.
Say what now?
You can't hit a pitch that far.
Curveball
on the outside
foul
the plate,
back.
you can't play
Count
true
now, no
baseball.
balls, 2 strikes.
Well, that's,
Needs to be inside that one.
but another 6 or 8 inches on the inside of the batter's box.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what a lot of these pitches are. He's calling strike.
Fastball hitting on the right field line. It's going to get foul. Count remains, no balls, 2
Sponsored by
strikes.
the Sanctuary of Philadelphia.
I mean, Tom Glavine lit 3 inches off the plate.
Tom Glavine couldn't pitch in the major leagues right now.
Fastball up and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Three balls.
He what? Oh, 3 balls.
I'm told him not to come, I wish he told him to come on.
I wish I got this, Blue. That pitcher needs a new ball.
Playing with old balls.
Old sweaty ball.
Curveball swung on and miss for out number 2 for the Trojans here in the top of the 5th.
When's the last time you done it? Okay, but they built it.
Next up for the Trojans is center fielder number 6, Emmanuel Anderson.
A bunch of softball girls up there last night.
Like on the foul line, there's one in right field too.
Yeah, literally like right on foul. They just got to finish like just some.
Fastball up and in. 1 ball, no strikes.
Stand there and look over in the bullpen. There's a bunch of softball girls up there hollering. We don't want no dirty balls.
Fastball a little bit inside. Count now, 2 balls, no strikes. Fastball swing on a miss. Count now, 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball swung on and miss. Count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball low, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball foul back. Count remains 4.
Sponsored by John Eubanks Cabinetry and Millwork.
Fastball swung on and missed for the 3rd out of the inning. After 4.5 innings of play, Rockets still 2, Trojan 0. Leading off this inning for the Rockets, left fielder. I'm sorry, the right fielder, number 9, Julius Winters. Curveball up and in. Count now, 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
This kid's a pretty good little pitcher. Working a curveball.
Fastball up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Pitching, that's for sure. He's pitching up there to me. Crafty, you call him crafty. I'd rather pay somebody throwing hard with no off speed.
Curveball low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Get up there.
Get somebody for throwing 88 with nothing else.
Fastball foul back. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Ball sponsored by Taylor Machine Works.
They gonna be out here on the corner. Get up there on that white line. If they come in and get answered. They can't reach it off the wall.
Fastball up. Julius Winters draws a walk. Next up for the Rockets, the catcher, number 16, R.B. Harden.
That's that 360-foot home run.
What's the 47?
That's that 470 pitch.
Coach Jones will signal to me if like this. I need coach first. I look at him. He's doing like that, holding his hand over his Then he hit a ball.
Fastball away. Count now, 1 ball, no strikes.
We had, RB, let's see. RB had a decent hit.
Hit one off the deck out there, RB.
He's had 2 hits tonight.
He walked.
A walk and a hit. There it is.
Fastball hit in the gap. Julius Winters running third quickly. He will score. R.B. Harden will be in with a stand-up bases clearing doubles to extend the Rockets' lead 3-0.
His daddy taught him that.
Is that the same one?
That's awful.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 13, Will Williams. Courtesy runner for catcher number 6, Sanders Griffith.
Next up for the Rockets, third baseman, number 13, Will Williams. About took out the B&G equipment sign in left field. Maybe we need to put Striblin's equipment instead of B&G equipment out there.
That's way better than what he used to do.
That's what my drive's been looking like last few days.
Hey, I'm hitting that driver pretty good.
Lasers.
Curveball caught the outside part of the plate, strike 1.
Caught the other batter's box.
Fastball swung on and miss. That was a ball. Runner takes third. No balls, 1 strike. Curveball up and away. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball just a little bit in. Count now, 2 balls, 1 strike. Curveball a little way. 3 balls, 1 strike.
He wanted to call it strike, I believe.
That was half another batter, bro.
I mean, it was halfway there.
Curveball outside part of the plate.
Fastball.
Count now, full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That was inside the line.
Fastball hit right back up the middle for a base hit. Rockets extend their lead, 4-0. Runner on first, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 11, John Parker Hancock.
No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner at first for the Rockets. Throws back over to first. Williams back in safely. Throws back over again. Runner back in safely. Runner's off. Try to drag bunt, gets foul.
Foul ball sponsored by those good guys at Griffiths Motors.
Hey, tell him about it, buddy. Tell him about it.
Yeah, that's what I think's funny about being the Super Bowl. When the local commercials will come on, you'd be thinking, how much money they pay? No.
Dude, this is a funny commercial. I watched some local commercial.
Oh, one of y'all just spoiled it.
Steps back, looks the runner at first. Pitch runner for the Rockets is Caleb Timms.
Courtesy runner, number 25, Caleb Timms.
Fastball hitting the 6 hole. It's going to be for a base hit. Runners at first and second. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 5th for the Rockets. Next up for the Rockets, number 8, Creed Fulton.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 8, senior Creed Fulton.
How much it cost?
He said cream on the inside, plain on the outside. They ain't thought about it before. Terry on the outside.
Bunting back to the pitcher. He throws it down to first. For the first out of the inning. Runner at second and third, one out.
Number 7, Ryder White.
Here in the bottom of the fifth for the Rockets.
Shawn Michaels.
So you probably never saw Shawn Michaels walk in.
His daddy picked it.
Brad Bishop was big.
Heartbreak Kid.
Curveball low and away. Nice block by the catcher. Keeps the runners at second and third. Cap shot foul. Count now even. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball sponsored by Glassworks of Philadelphia.
Squeeze. Gets it down. Gets out at first. Rockets try to score 2. And they will. Rockets extend their lead 6-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 26, DeMarquez West.
Next up for the Rockets, big designated hitter number 26, DeMarquez West. Be nice if he could give us a little light show here at Rocket Field. That ball is hit straight up deep to center. Center fielder is under it for the third out of the inning. After 5 innings of play, Rocket 6, Trojan 0. Top of the 6 coming up here shortly. Leading off this inning for the Trojans is the designated hitter number 9, Caden Purcell. Curveball hitting to center field. Jordan Davis is under it for the first out here on the top of the sixth.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 7, Nick McCoy.
Colt 45, what y'all looking?
Curveball low and outside. Count now 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball inside, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strikes. Curveball up and in, swing on a miss. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Three games this week, don't you?
Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
80 right now. Well, this may be a pitch or two behind.
Yeah. 80 and 54.
That was strike 3 right there.
Fastball away, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Hits, 1 base on balls. 6 strikeouts.
Fastball inside. Looked at. Strike 3. 2 outs there in the top of the 6th.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 15, Chance Guzgo.
Next up for the Trojans is left fielder number 15, Chance Guzgo. We're going to have a mound visit. Going to have a mound change. Now pitching for the Rockets, number 13, Will Williams. We'll be back here shortly. Williams' first pitch is delivered. Fastball foul back. Count now, no balls, 1 strike.
Foul ball sponsored by B&G Equipment.
They got a slogan. Their slogan. We'll chop your trees. We will help you chop your trees. It's a big equipment.
Let us mow your yard.
Let us shake your trees.
Curveball flipped in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
Tree killer, cut them, load them, haul them.
Curveball looked at for out number 3. After 5.5 innings of play, Rocket 6, Trojan 0. We'll be back for the bottom of 6 here shortly. Now batting for the Rockets, number 4, Luke Wilburn.
Leading off this inning for the Rockets, number 4, Luke Wilburn.
Ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop fields, throws it across for out number 1. One quick out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 22, George Davis.
Next up for the Rockets, leadoff hitter, center fielder, number 22, Jordan Davis.
Cola got sipping on some scissor from my head. Sipping on some scissor.
Fastball low and away. Count now. 1 ball, no strikes. Curveball low. Count now. 2 balls, no strikes.
Y'all, I seen a video on TikTok. She was in a girl's fast pitch travel, like a travel.
Catcher ducked it.
Yeah, on purpose. You see that?
Curveball hit into right field. It's going to fall for a base hit. 1 on, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th for the Rockets. Gonna have a mound visit. We'll be back here shortly.
Now batting for the Rockets,
Now pitching for the Trojans, number 14, Will Garrett. Fastball right in the middle, throws it down to second, applies the tag. He is safe. No balls, 1 strike. Winner's down in the count, no balls, 1 strike. Shows bunt, pops it up behind the catcher. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes.
come on, sponsored by Smith Well Drilling.
Rockets will be back in action tomorrow as they play West Lauderdale. Game time's at 5 and 7. Garrett's pitch, fastball outside, count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. They'll also be back in action Fridays. They have senior night. They take on Southeast Lauderdale. Curveball swung on and missed. Out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting for the Rockets, number 16, R.B. Harden.
Next up for the Rockets, the catcher, number 16, R.B. Harden. Fastball low and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball hit into short right field. Right fielder's under it for out number 3. After 6 innings to play, Rocket 6, Trojan 0. Top of the 7th coming up pretty shortly. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. To Schaefer, the shortstop for the Trojans. Fastball low and away, count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball hit into right field. July Swinter is under it for out number 1. 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 5, Mitchell Butler.
Next up for the Trojans, first baseman number 5, Mitchell Butler. Change up in there for strike 1. Fastball fouled on the right field line. It's going to get fouled. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball sponsored by Serve Pro of Kosciuszko.
Curveball outside part of the plate. Strike 3. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting for the Trojans, number 14, Will Garrett.
Will Garrett steps in for the Trojans. Fastball hit into right field. July's Winners is under it. And that would do it for tonight's ball game. Rockets win 6-0. We'll be back here tomorrow. Catch a live action. Game time's at 5 and 7. I'll be going live at 7 against the West Lauderdale Knights. Y'all have a good night. See y'all back at Rocket Field tomorrow.